Now on the hot melts, let's look over here. We have a few different tools that we utilize in the repair side. So we have a butane system that you'll use a butane with a hot knife. You'll fill the back end of this, inject the butane canister into that, fill it up. You'll flip this up and then light it. Okay, that's one. The other one you have is a battery operated hot knife, which is great when you don't have power, you don't want to have butane in the facility, and it's simple, it travels with you, and it works great there. The next one is your electric hot knife. All right, so basically those three tools are what you're going to use to melt the hard wax kits. So let's go ahead and take a clear, and here's two of them right here. There's one more for a water base. Here's one that has a little bit of ambering. I'm going to go ahead and grab the electric hot knife, turn it on. Doesn't take long for this to get hot at all. Let's see if the clear will help camouflage that a little bit more. The nice thing about these hot wax kits is you can add all kinds of colors, you can remelt, you can, if you don't like what you got, you can melt it back out, start back over, and it's permanent. This is not going to wash out with the homeowner clean. So what I'm doing here is I'm smoothing this out a little bit. I'm going to come in with a plate. I'm compressing it and cooling it at the same time. I can also use a rubber block, do it that way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with one of these scrapers and come over here and touch up that surface, okay? Now, that's another technique right there. What I would do, once this is filled, and if it's acceptable, what I would do then is come in, polish this up, match the sheen level, and go from there. Now, to clean this up, you're going to have a little bit of residue on the sides. What I usually do is I use denatured alcohol. I don't like to use mineral spirits or paint thinner because it leaves that slight film. Denatured alcohol is going to flash off quick, so that's what I would recommend using. So when you rub your finger across this, now it's a smooth, you can't feel that scratch. Is it still slightly visible if I get at the right angle? It is, but remember, we're coming in, we're trying to make this, we're basically trying to make this as invisible as possible. So don't oversell the repair, all right? So here we have those three techniques that we've used. Where my my installer happened to just go ahead and nick that on the edge there, we can take our hot knife, we can take a color stick that matches. So let's get some stuff out of the way here. We'll say this one's pretty darn close here. You'll see these kits, they come in an assortment of different colors. So you can pretty much mix your, match your colors to whatever your stain color is, your wood color is, and you can mix and match those colors. You don't have to strictly stick with one color. You can actually blend and melt the colors together. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this matches right here. I don't know if you can see this, but this has a slight bevel. It's fine. The bevel's not going to be a problem for us at all. Let's see how close this matches. All right, not bad. Compress that for a minute. Let's go ahead and remove this tape. Gently remove that tape that the customer put all over the floor. All right, we're going to go ahead and scrape that. You can use a couple of different things to scrape that out. You can use this plate, but you're going to pull towards you, all right, if you decide to use this plate, or you can use these other plastic scrapers. All right, now, so I've got some hot melt down in the groove. All I have to do there is I just take my utility knife while it's still a little warm and just create that seamed edge right there, okay? Come in and clean that out, and there you go. If I need to dull that out a little bit, what I can do is I can go with a more aggressive abrasive. Here's a polishing pad. It comes in this particular kit. Here's one that's more abrasive, so you can dull it out a little bit. If you need to polish it up a little bit, use the polishing pad. Okay? All right, so that just took care of that issue right there for us. Okay? Now, we're going to move on to a bigger, deeper scratch here. So we have this one right here. Well, we know this color match is pretty darn good. But what I need to do is, if you'll notice, I have a medium brown stain on this wood. And then where I've gouged, it's got the gouge, it's a little bit lighter color. So what I want to do prior to just filling it in with the hard wax, I want to get a stain pen that's fairly close to the color. This says cherry wood. Let's see how close that is. And I want to shade that edge of that white. What I'm doing is I don't want that white shadow and outline showing through when I fill in with my hard wax. And you notice this scratch is kind of going parallel to the grain. And I'll show you another spot here that we have about how to chase the grain to make it blend in a little easier, okay? All right, so we're going to take our hot knife again, get this tape out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and fill this in. All right. And there we go. Overfill it a little bit, because as it cools down it will shrink up a little bit. And if it does shrink up a little bit, it's not a problem. All you have to do is heat some more and melt some more wax in there. If I need to seal it up a little bit, I could even come in with some clear. If I need to make that a matte, more of a matte finish, I can dull it up. Come in, clean it up, and then if I want, I can even actually seal that.